Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And yes, I bought a 2021 Mustang GT 5.0. Now, you might be asking why. Why didn't I just go for like a GT 500 or even Mach 1? Well, quite honestly, the GT 500 and the Mach 1 are a lot more expensive. And I just didn't really want to spend that kind of money, especially for the GT 500. I considered the Mach 1, and I might have ponied up for it, but those are kind of on back order. They're hard to find. Even the GTs are kind of hard to find. Right now with the way the market is, I mean, cars are going really, really quickly. And basically even used cars are going for as much, if not more than new cars. It's a really, really strange market. And I'm kind of the person that really, when I want something, I want it right now. I want to just do it because I know I'll lose interest if I don't do it. So I went on ahead and made a move on this car, and well, let's take a walk around the car and then I'll tell you exactly why I bought this car and my plans for it. So as I said, this is a 2021, and I went and looked at some actual brand new 2021s. Now this one is not brand new. It has been previously registered. It's got like 1,600 miles on it. So, and I actually went to look at a couple of new ones, drove a couple of new ones, liked the way they drove, and almost just went on ahead and bought a brand new car. And this is a basically stripped down version. It has a lot of stuff on it, more than I'll really ever use, but it's pretty stripped down. The other ones I was looking at, they had like the track apps and the updated infotainment center, entertainment center, whatever you want to call it. And I almost bought it, but honestly, I didn't really quite get the deal I wanted on that car. This one, I figured having 1,600 miles, it's still got the rest of the factory warranty. And all in all, with my trade-in and everything like that, I ended up saving about $7,000 going with this car. Now, yes, I did say trade-in. I did trade the Mercedes in, as I talked about before in like the last video. I was just kind of done with that car. I was over it. I mean, I probably would have been fine. I could have went on ahead and just done some paint work that I wanted to do. I would have had to replace the rims and tires. And then basically that car was good to go. But when I did take it in to trade it in, they hooked it up to the scanner and he showed me the codes. It had a number of other codes going on with it. So there was going to need more work, more stuff to be done to it. And I just, you know, you'd think I'd learn my lesson, but I don't. Sometimes I just jump in before I really look. And I did end up losing a pretty reasonable amount of money, all things considered, on that deal. But, you know, win some, lose some, and it's okay. Mercedes can go to somebody else and make somebody else happy, and now I've got this. Okay, why the Mustang? Quite honestly, I was looking at a Camaro. I was thinking about I think it was a 2022 or maybe 2021 Camaro. Supposed to come in here to Smith Chevrolet here in Turlock. They didn't have it in yet, but it was a very nice spec, and I was really interested in that. And then that got me looking at the Mustang. Really didn't look at the Challenger because I've had a Challenger. You guys might remember I had a Scat Pack Challenger a few years back, so I really didn't want to go back down that path. So I was focused more on the Mustang and the Camaro. Normally, with a car like this, I would want to get a manual transmission, but I opted for the 10-speed automatic. Now, I drove both. I drove a manual and I drove the automatic, and quite honestly, to me, this automatic is just so well done. 10 speeds, and it shifts so fast and so smoothly that it's as close to a dual clutch as I think I'm ever going to get, or at least at this point in time. And I was really in the mood to have something that was dual clutch. So that's was even more so making me lean towards the Camaro and the Mustang. The Mustang just happened to be available, and that's why I went on ahead and jumped on it. I might go to a 6th gen Camaro down the road, but right now, yeah, this is really, really a nice car, really nice to drive. Now, I do know it looks very plain Jane. Kind of come around here. I mean, you really can't tell the difference between the GT and the EcoBoost other than the 5.0 on the side. The rims are pretty blah. It's just a very plain Jane looking car. But of course I have plans to remedy that. And first things first, I've already ordered different wheels and tires for it. They should be coming in probably in the next, I don't know, week or so. Get those put on. Of course I will tint the windows, which you guys might remember from the video I did before. I did talk about like the two main things you should do as far as modifying your car is tint the windows and wheels and tires. So that's definitely going to happen. May put a cold air intake on it. May go ahead and do like a mid-muffler delete. It's got a nice sound to it right now, stock, but it's just a little too muted for me. So I think I will probably try to upgrade the exhaust in some way, and I'm thinking a mid-muffler delete will be just perfect. I like the rumble that these 5.0s have stock. It just needs to be amplified just a little bit more. And I think it's possible once I get the wheels and tires on it, I'll kind of see, but I think it's going to need a little adjustment in the stance. It doesn't sit bad, but I think maybe just get about an inch of that fender gap front and back out of it, and I think that'll be just about perfect. Now I could go kind of crazy and go ahead and put like a Whipple on top and make a lot more horsepower, but you know, surprisingly these cars are really fast in stock form. This car really impresses me, and I mean, these aren't really considered that fast. I mean, this is what, 460 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. It's about a 3,800 pound car, so it's not all that light, but the way it performs and the way it pulls and how smooth it is, it impresses me. I've got to say, it impresses me. And I don't know. I don't know if I need to do anything more. I mean, I might want to, and I might down the road. I don't know. But right now, I'm just starting out with the wheels and tires, the tinted windows. Like I said, maybe giving a little more sound, cold air intake, that type of thing, and then go from there. Really like the car. I really enjoy driving the car. I think it's going to look really good once I get the wheels and tires on it and tint the windows. It's really going to make the car come alive. So I talked about the reason that I bought it was the 10-speed automatic. I really am impressed with that. There's also one little reason as to why I bought the car, and it's just my quirky nature. So yeah, I'm just quirky that way. Having this vehicle now, I actually have something from every decade over the past 100 years. I have something from the 30s, something from the 40s, a couple from the 50s, several from the 60s, several from the 70s, one from the 80s, a couple from the 90s, couple from the 2000s. My 2010 era is going to be my my Kia, and then now this one for 2021. So I have something from every decade for the past century, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah, it's quirky, it's different, but you know what? It's the little things in life, right? So I would normally take you guys for a drive in this car, but it's been raining, it's wet outside and everything like that. Even though the car's dirty, I'm not worried about that, but I really can't get into it and really can't show you what the car's all about. I figure I'm gonna be taking you guys along anyway as I do the modifications I wanna do to the car, so we will definitely get some seat time, I promise, in this car, just not gonna be today. But yeah, that's the new vehicle, newest vehicle. I mean, I haven't actually had a brand new vehicle in a long time, and of course this still isn't a brand new vehicle, but 2021. And I know I did talk about getting like a Corvette, a C8 or what have you, but again, it's just a money thing. If I would have sold the Pantera, I probably would have went on ahead and done that. But the more I started thinking about it, the more I started thinking, you know, I can have a C8 anytime. Pantera is a little farther and fewer between, so I think I'm gonna hold on to that just a little bit longer. It's still such an amazing car and such a badass car. I really don't want to get rid of it at this point in time. Maybe down the road. I'm sure there'll be a C8 in my future at some point in time. It's just not right now. Right now, it's this. So, yeah. So anyway, quick video. I'm going to end it here. As always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. P.O. Box, Instagram in the description below. Guys, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.